Hi everyone, my name is Anita Ladhani. I'm a licensed clinical social worker and an energy practitioner. And I want to tell you, share with you an idea that our thoughts are like magnets. So imagine that our thoughts, everything that we think about, have this magnetic quality. So that just like a very strong, powerful magnet, whatever we think of, we attract into our life, right? So if you are aware of that concept, that our thoughts are magnets, then think about how powerful our thoughts become. When you go through your day thinking, my thoughts are magnets, then when you start to notice the stuff that's happening in your life, you'll start to hopefully realize and connect that to what were my thoughts that's attracting this into my life. Because it's really that simple. It's not that complicated. So go through your day and look and see what you're attracting into your life and think back and say, what are my thoughts? What am I thinking about? What am I feeling, right? Thoughts, feelings are all interconnected. Because really, at the end of the day, it's that simple. If you take responsibility and become aware of what your thoughts are, you can change your awareness. You can change your reality because you are responsible for what you attract into your life. So if you don't like what you're attracting into your life, sit back and think about what your thoughts are. What are your thoughts? What are your belief systems? What are you really playing in your head? Now, I understand, when we're going through, when we've had trauma situations, when we've had some situations that, we didn't ask for that. We didn't want that, but yet somehow it's happened to us, right? Whether it's an abusive situation, whether it's something, some people will say all kinds of things and do all kinds of things to us, from a mild annoyance to some severe, severe trauma. Now, in those situations, of course, I respect in fact that humans, as we go through our day to day, we naturally just replay things in our heads, right? And it's like, you're replaying a movie in your head, or you're replaying, or you're rehearing the certain sounds in your head. I get it. I get that. That's what trauma is. That's why people get stuck in their grief or in their pain or in their abusive situation. That's where things like, EFT is very powerful. If you haven't watched any of the EFT videos, please go back and watch them. Work with a therapist to start to go and, start to release some of the stuff that you've experienced, that's happened to you, that is now causing you to be stuck. And because really it's ultimately, your thoughts, you do have control over them, but sometimes you need a little bit of help. If you've gone through a lot of stuff, if life's kicked your butt, and life kicks all our butts, it happens to all of us, but we all respond differently, then go get some help. Get someone to work with you to help clear, the trauma issues, clear the guilt, clear some of that stuff. And in the meantime, some things that you can do to clear your thoughts. Number one, observe them. Start to become aware of what is it that you're thinking about. And then, doing some grounding work, spending time in nature is great. Just breathing in that fresh air, putting our bare feet on the ground. If you're at the beach, even better, but not everyone's at the beach, and I get that. So just your backyard or your front yard is fine, right? Drinking plenty of fresh water, just drinking water, cutting out the substances, cutting out the alcohol, cutting out the weed, cutting out, cigarettes, cutting out fatty foods, cutting out the white sugar, start somewhere. Start somewhere. I'm not telling you to just, start a brand new whatever, but don't give it all up at one time, but start somewhere. Cutting out the red meat, cutting out the animal, that you consume is very important. You'll see a difference in yourself energetically. You'll feel a difference in yourself as you change your diet, you change your exercise. But it all starts with just even becoming aware of your thoughts. There's something called the Solfeggio Frequencies. It's the vibrational frequencies that were, identified in the the monks, not the Benedictine monks, I can't remember right now, but the Gregorian chants, the monks. This scientist or musician or whatever identified the vibrational frequencies of those, because if you ever heard the Gregorian chants, they're very soothing and very calming. Well, the solfeggio frequencies are really powerful. It's something that I've started doing a few months ago. It sounds like white noise, but there are different frequencies. Again, you go to YouTube and you put that on. You can listen to about an hour of those, where I don't know if it's 6 or 7 or whatever amount of frequencies. They play those frequencies for like 10-15 minutes, and it just sort of plays in your background, right? And what that does is that energetically it kind of tunes us. We are water. We are mostly water, and it's all energy. And when we are not in alignment, we tend to get sick. We tend to get all these ailments. One of the ways that you can balance that out is listening to these solfeggio frequencies. And I do it while I'm at work. I do it when I'm sleeping at night. I'm not doing anything when I'm sleeping anyways, right? So I play that on YouTube, and I just let it sort of do its thing. Now, I have to tell you, the first few times, like the first week to 2 weeks that I started listening to that, I was so off balance internally. I don't know what was going on with me, that when I listened to those frequencies, I literally would get nauseous. My head would pound. I couldn't help it. So I would listen to just a few minutes of it and I would turn it off. Then I was able to listen to maybe 5 to 10 minutes and I would turn it off. And now I'm at a point where, thank God, at least now I'm able to listen to it for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, and it doesn't bother me. It actually feels soothing. So I think what was happening was that whatever was in misalignment got aligned, and now it's good. So that's one thing that I would recommend that you do, is listen to the solfeggio frequencies. Listen to it on YouTube. Another quick thing that you can do is download the app Musi, M-U-S-I. It's an orange app with a big M on it. That app is really cool because instead of paying for YouTube, so you're not interrupted with all these ads, you can just download that, and that way it plays YouTube videos without interruption, and even when you close the app, it plays it. So the only thing with that is I'm not a paying member, and you don't have to pay for it. That's the whole idea. It's a free app. You just have to X out of certain ads when you first, open up the app, but that's like not a big deal at all. Anyways, but the whole point of this is, be aware, be responsible of your own thoughts, and start to change the quality of your life simply by changing your thoughts. Thank you. God bless. Take care. Bye-bye.